Intelligence isn't what you think it is. When we say smart, we usually picture grades, IQ tests, or someone who corrects your grammar. But intelligence is way bigger than that. So what actually counts as intelligence, and how many levels are there? Intelligence is the ability to learn, adapt, solve problems, and use information effectively. You use it every day when you plan your time, read emotions, learn new skills, or even figure out why your phone battery dies at 2%. The big question is, are there different levels or types of intelligence, and how do they really work? Along the way, we'll also answer why IQ isn't the full story, and why being smart looks very different depending on the situation.
Think of intelligence like a toolbox, not a single tool. Some people have a great hammer, others have a precision screwdriver, and some are amazing with tools that don't even look like tools at first. Scientifically, intelligence is the capacity to acquire knowledge, reason, adapt to new situations, and solve problems. A common misconception is that intelligence is one number, like IQ, but in reality, it shows up in multiple levels and forms, each handling a different kind of problem.
Basic cognitive intelligence, raw problem-solving power. What this explains: the foundation of intelligence most people think of first. This level includes reasoning, memory, attention, and pattern recognition. It's what you use to solve math problems, understand instructions, or learn a new rule in a game. Psychologists often measure this with IQ tests, which estimate general cognitive ability, sometimes called general intelligence, or G. These tests are good at predicting academic performance, but they don't measure everything. Think of this as your brain's processing speed, like having a fast CPU, but not necessarily good software. Basic cognitive intelligence helps you think, learn, and solve structured problems.
Practical intelligence, using smarts in the real world. Why some people ace tests but struggle with everyday life. Practical intelligence is about applying knowledge to real situations. It includes planning, adapting, and knowing what to do when instructions are missing or wrong. Psychologist Robert Sternberg described this as street smarts. Because real life doesn't come with multiple choice answers, this type of intelligence often goes untested. It's the difference between knowing how a microwave works and knowing not to put metal in it. Practical intelligence is about making good decisions in messy, real-world situations.
Emotional intelligence, understanding people, including yourself. How intelligence works in social and emotional spaces. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage emotions, your own and others. It affects communication, empathy, conflict resolution, and leadership. Scientists often break it into skills like emotional awareness, self-control, and social understanding. High emotional intelligence doesn't mean being nice all the time. It means responding appropriately. It's realizing you're not bad at emails, you're just writing them while hungry and annoyed. Emotional intelligence helps you navigate people, relationships, and your own reactions.
Creative intelligence, producing the new. Intelligence that generates ideas, not just answers. Creative intelligence involves imagining possibilities, combining ideas, and solving problems in original ways. It's used in art, science, engineering, storytelling, and innovation. This type of intelligence relies on flexible thinking rather than speed or memory. Neuroscience shows it involves cooperation between brain networks, not a single creative center. It's the intelligence that asks, what if we tried something weird but useful? Creative intelligence allows you to generate novel ideas and solutions. Metacognitive intelligence, thinking about thinking. The highest and most overlooked level. Metacognition is the ability to reflect on your own thinking. It includes knowing what you know,
recognizing what you don't, and adjusting strategies accordingly. This skill strongly predicts learning success because it improves self-correction. In simple terms, it's how well you can debug your own brain. It's realizing you don't actually understand the topic 5 minutes before the exam and fixing that. Metacognitive intelligence helps you monitor and improve how you think and learn.
Myths versus reality. Myth 1. Intelligence is fixed at birth. Reality, while genetics matter, intelligence is highly shaped by learning, environment, and experience. The brain remains adaptable throughout life. Myth 2. IQ measures how smart you really are. Reality, IQ measures specific cognitive skills, not creativity, emotional intelligence, or practical problem solving. Myth 3. One type of intelligence matters most. Reality, different situations reward different intelligences. There's no universal best kind.
Understanding levels of intelligence changes how you learn. Turns out, intelligence isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about having the right kind of smart when it matters. Which type of intelligence do you think is most underrated, and why? If you want more science explained simply, this is exactly what this channel does best.